Good evening and welcome. And it is evening.
It is evening and we're here in Annapolis. Ta-da! Um, we, I just finished testifying for the evening and JBD finished a little bit earlier, but it's this time of year when there's lots of bill hearings and bills are going long and there's some late evenings.
Very late evenings. It is exciting. We're a little over a third of the way through the legislative session, which is wonderful. And we are through the first major milestone, which is the bill introduction deadline. So all the bills have been introduced in both the Senate and the House. We've had a chance to go through all of them, and we've staked out our position on the bills so far. So if you go to our website and look under our policy advocacy page, you can find our bill tracker and you can see all the bills and where we stand on them. We are shifting our mind a little bit as we dig into some of the details. Sometimes there's little hidden things buried deep within these long bills. But for now, that's our position on everything.
And you can see we're tracking lots of bills, so we'll be adding in our positions as the weeks go by as well. So this week has been a really busy week. Um, I testified on a bill in the Senate. That was the governor's bill on predatory pricing. It's the Predatory Pricing Act. And what that does is basically pro prohibits and limits the use of dynamic pricing and surveillance pricing. So dynamic pricing is, if there's a surge price because it's snowing outside,
Like Sunday.
like Sunday. Or surveillance pricing is using reams of your very own personal data that is all over the internet, where a grocery store chain could set a different price for your bag of groceries or for my bag of groceries than for JBD's. So we could buy the exact same thing and be charged differently because they've collected this personal data on you. And we think at a very basic level, especially with grocery cost skyrocketing, we should pay the same amount for the same bag of groceries. So it will address those issues, and it was heard in Senate Finance. I also was just today talking about two of our other priority bills. One is again using algorithms to set rents. So it's really price fixing where property management companies are working together to share non-public information and using that, including what they might raise their rents for, to set rents. So every day a property management company gets a new price. So again, we could be renting the same unit, the same exact apartment, and I could be paying $100 more. We also think price fixing, whether it's in smoke-filled back rooms or using software, is wrong, and the bill will take care of that and prohibit this practice in Maryland. We also worked on a bill, again, around housing and home ownership, around passing a statute of limitations for foreclosures. Maryland's one of two states in the country, it's in Alabama, that have no statute of limitations. So this just gives us 10 years. So once you get the notice of foreclosure, the bank or lender has 10 years to do it. Gives some peace of mind to the homeowner and also helps the banks be accountable, and it addresses these zombie mortgages, which are delinquent loans the people didn't know they had necessarily, where the bank is foreclosing. And then that could be 15 years later. It says you have to prove that you own the loan before you can foreclose on a house, which again seems pretty basic. You have to prove you own it before you foreclose. Huge opposition. So we'll definitely need folks' help on this. And JBD can talk about our other big bill this
It
week.
does crack me up though when the big bankers come in and say, "Oh, you can't make us have a record of paperwork." It's kind of your job, and
Or
we're pretty confident they can do it.
Or 48 states have done this, but in Maryland,
That's right.
the entire mortgage market is going to collapse, even though in 48 other states hasn't collapsed.
It's
But
amazing.
here we are.
It's special here.
Yeah.
And speaking of special, we had our own special budget request. So as you know, Economic Action Maryland Fund is a nonprofit, and we get support from grants, from county grants, and from individual donors. We are asking the state for $225,000 to support our SOAR program, that's Securing Older Adult Resources. This program is a very high-touch, hands-on outreach to older adults across Maryland, especially focused in Baltimore City, Baltimore County. We help them apply for tax credits, both homeowners and renters, but we also screen them for energy assistance, for other benefits that they might not have even thought to ask for yet. We're looking to expand that work to include Medicaid and SNAP reauthorizations to make sure that these individuals who, and I have a mother who I often help with technology, to make sure that these individuals don't fall off the rolls just because of the electronic barriers. So we're hoping to get some state support. If you like the work we do, especially if you've seen our direct service team in action, please reach out to the budget committees and tell them how great we are.
And if any of these bills get you excited or get you mad, or you say this is obvious, of course we should do this to protect homeowners, to protect renters, to protect everyone at the grocery store. Action alerts are on our website. We have fact sheets on a lot of these bills, also on our website, so you can read a little bit more. And none of these bills have come to a vote yet, so you could take action on any of the action alerts on the side of our website, which is econaction.org. Go to the policy advocacy page and you'll see everything there.
That's right. And it is the big shift. A third of the way through, legislators have moved from getting their bills finally put together and put in. And now we're shifting into obviously marathon hearings. We also are starting to see vote sessions start. So they all start moving some of the easier bills maybe that they moved the previous year. Shout out HB 80, which is Delegate Vogel's bill to require transparency in fees for any type of rental apartment. That bill did move out of the Economic Matters Housing Subcommittee on Wednesday, so we should see it moving towards the floor. So they're moving some of these bills that had previous traction, but now is the time when we really have to fight and start pushing to get these bills on a vote list. And the more legislators here, the more they prioritize that bill as opposed to one of the other 1,500 bills in the House. So actually, the House is up to 1,595 bills as of today. So
who's counting? Oh, you are.
Breaking through that noise is incredibly difficult. So that's where your voice can have such a big impact.
Absolutely.
So thank you. Stay tuned. It's only going to get crazier. Lots of energy bills coming up, and the work never ends until April 14th.
It does end. We're just on countdown mode.
That's right.
Thank you.